Every day I wake, I make my mind up. I'ma be the one, be the truth, be the way. Yeah. Every day I wake, I make my mind up. Gotta keep my mind on the because they only telling a side of the story. Out here telling lies like they on Maury. Them poor rich kids get their money on phone it. But down here in the hood, yeah, we know Forex. We growing up, yeah. We got the good of them assets, good of my bad. Get rid of cash before the whole market crash. A news flash, just a blast from the past. We on the smash, be prepared to hit the gas. Yeah. Build a land, get the world changed.
The Freako in 2024 is crazy. Getting hit with a Freako in 2024 is crazy. 9 times out of 10, I don't wish jail on nobody. I swear to God, I really don't. I don't have nothing against Diddy, his kids, nothing. I just gotta say it though. A Freako is wild. I never seen a Freako indictment. For the feds to pull up and say, yo, you are too freaky for society. Come with me is unbelievably outrageous. And the fact, Diddy, you wasn't even at the crib, that let me know what it is. Like, you knew they was coming. Being too freaky for society is wild. Like, I know R. Kelly is like, see, and y'all.
Peace to the party. It's your homeboy back again with the news. So I ain't even gotta say it. The streets talking, man. I know y'all done seen. We've been on that boy Diddy trail, and it looked like the feds have been too. Boy is looking ugly for that boy. This could be another distraction. This could be karma. It could be a lot of things going on, but you know your homeboy with the news gonna bring it to you straight. So everybody, y'all done seen the clip and the pictures. I ain't even gonna sit here and act like this is breaking news because we know it ain't. But we're gonna cover it from a different angle because we've been hitting to this and speaking on this. This is why Meek Mill feeling that pressure. Like these entertainers, man, their job is done. The old wave is out of here. They don't need no more old heads like Diddy, who their position in the industry is no longer needed. So they gonna be the fall guy for all the bullshit that's going on. And when I say fall guy, I'm not saying this boy innocent because of our community. Come on, man. We been done heard the rumors. We know how Diddy been getting down, bro. You don't, where there's smoke, there's fire, bro. Ain't no way all these people just, and we ain't talking about white folks putting these allegations on Diddy. These is our own people who been saying it. So we ain't even gonna act like he's some martyr or, you know what I'm saying, the white man out to get him type shit. Nah, that is not what's going on with that boy Diddy. But you know we gonna cover this because it's awfully funny how everything popping out. So we're gonna go through one piece of the scene. I thought this was pretty funny. Look at one of Diddy's neighbors, man. Let's see what he had to say.
Right next to him. He do too much. It be like buses, like big ass buses. You just see all type of shit hop out. Especially at nighttime, like around 3 o'clock in the morning. It gets wild. I'm his neighbor. When my basketball go over there, I just let it be because I don't want to knock on the door.
Man, buddy tripping. Buddy is tripping. So you know that, hey, in the comments, somebody said drive by snitching is crazy. But hey, man, you know, all jokes aside, bro been had this coming. He been tied into a lot of shit. It's not when Cassie came out with that lawsuit, but it came. This was a civil suit. He paid ASAP. He couldn't wait to get that paid off. And it looked like the feds then got to peeking around, and now they coming to see what's up. Now, you know, they had Homeland Security. Right? So let's break this down properly. All right. So they had Homeland Security that was at his crib. Now, where in the world is the diddler? So Homeland Security came because they alleged that he had something to do with a sex trafficking ring, human trafficking. Now, let's make one thing clear. these rumors have been circulating around a lot of industry circles, right? But the truth of the matter is, no matter who is involved in the entertainment industry, human trafficking is a real thing. We always talking about the people coming into the country, but what about the ones leaving? And by leaving by force, you know what I'm saying? There's been plenty of documentaries and movies. This is a real thing. And the reason why they always allude to entertainers and people of power being included in this is because if you want to get across the borders and you taking people, kidnapping them, you need resources to do that. Your common average everyday person cannot make that happen. But people who are entertainers, who have private planes and the means to do these things, are always in a party environment with drugs and alcohol, the whole nine, because in the lawsuit, that's what they alleging. That's why they had the sons too. Now they weren't arrested. What was going on is them folks was going there to get that evidence, bro. They didn't kick in all the cribs. They know where they looking. They probably got informants in the whole nine, because Diddy's role is done, man. They don't need him no more. He don't serve no purpose. He don't got no influence in the industry. So they gonna let him be the fall guy. Now, you heard it here first. It's over with for that boy Diddy, just because his role in this bullshit ass media is done. He has no influence over black people no more. So he is null and void. But so now back to the sex trafficking. They talking about alleging with him with the minors, this, that, and the third, right? Well, you know, all kind of stuff start resurfacing when these type of allegations hit, right? So I want y'all to go check this out, man. This was a weird ass video, bro. I don't know what that boy Diddy had going on in this shit, if this was a spoof or whatever, but to even be in this position is wild. So let's listen to this shit, man.
Ava, I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Baroni.
Eva Baroni Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents but you're my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the street. He would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with his kids.
Ava, that's like a little bit like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody, we want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids, Charlize Theron, everybody that's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online. So you play with the kids, and I got permission from your mother, and say all of that, just make it, because it's crazy out here.
Well, I met Jesse and Delilah when I was 6 months old.
6 months.
And then we basically are sisters, all 4 of us. So.
6 months.
I always come over.
Yes. And it's Ava Baroni Combs.
Let's go. Whose goddamn white baby is that?
That boy Diddy a weird individual, bro. Now, I'm just a homeboy with the news. I ain't no psychologist and I ain't no analyst of body language, but I know as a father and as a grown man, what is you even, bro, just the way he be interacting with all minors, adult, man, this grown man was calling other men daddy. You feel me? Like something ain't right with bro. And they've been long alleged that within the industry, when you want to get to that upper echelon, it's a price to pay for that when it comes to the powers that be. They use this blackmail ring, you know what I'm saying, to lure you in, keep you in, and then make you go in turn do the same thing to other people, right? He is one of those chosen ones that they put in a certain position to have influence over black people through the media. This is what we've been getting to. You know, it's all fun and games, you know, making fun of, but we stand on the trending topics to show the deeper message behind it. You feel me? Not just to be on no gossip, because clearly something is going on, right? So that's what's going to lead us to our next part of the news, because it's so many events going on that if I had the time, I could sit here and drop news all day, because it's stuff steady going on in this campaign year, right, that we need to be talking about. But this one came out of nowhere, right? Literally came out of nowhere. So we got to take it to Baltimore and we got to see what's going on. So I know once again, this happened late into the night. So I'm sure a lot of you, when you woke up, you saw the alert just like the rest of us did, right? Heard that a cargo ship crashed into the bridge in Baltimore, right? So I'm not from Baltimore. We got some people in the party that are from Baltimore. Shout out to Fred. So, you know, a port city, right? So this is not an uncommon thing to have ships coming through. So right off the bat, I was trying to figure out, like, you know, how did this happen, right? Because, you know, I don't know much about ships, never worked on them, but I understand that this coming in and out all the time. So for something like this to happen, it had to be a major malfunction. It had to be, you know, user error. I don't know what it is, but something weird about it, right? So, you know, your homeboy had to get down to it. I'm starting to watch the press conference, and I think it's kind of funny. Well, I don't want to say funny, but I think it's kind of odd, some of the details that they were revealing. So let's go take it to Baltimore. Let's hear what the other side got to say, and let's break it down, and we're going to analyze it, and we're going to take it from there.
Take any further action in that area. With that, I did want to introduce the FBI for a few comments as well.
Hello, my name is Bill Del Bagno. I'm the special agent in charge of the Baltimore field office. First and foremost, I want to say that our hearts go out to everyone that is impacted by this tragedy, especially the victims and their families. On behalf of the FBI, I would like to say that we are with you, we're with Baltimore, and we're with the partners every step of the way. The FBI, on very first looking at and assessing this matter from an investigative standpoint, I want to be clear that there is no specific or credible information to suggest that there are ties to terrorism in this incident. The FBI has been part of this response from the beginning. We came within 1 hour to the command post and quickly lashed up with our very strong partners all along the way. We will bring whatever resources that the FBI has to bear. We've already brought our crisis response, our victim services, and just recently our underwater search evidence recovery teams are on site. And we will continue to provide all those resources as long as it takes. And as the investigation goes on, we will take it to its logical conclusion along with our partners. To the people of Baltimore, to the public, I ask you to be patient as we go through this and as information becomes available to us. And lastly, I want to say thank you. Thank you to our partners. Thank you to everyone who in the FBI and counts on the FBI. We will always bring what we need to the people of Baltimore, and we are with you. I'd next like to introduce the Coast Guard.
So that was the FBI. So he's letting you know right off the dump, it ain't no terrorist attack. This is what he's saying. And they're giving all the support to make sure that they can give whatever resources needed to Baltimore and the state of Maryland, right? So it's pretty interesting that if this was just a straight up accident, right? Why do we even need the feds involved to make a statement? Obviously showing up, checking things out, you know what I mean? Because this is a major incident. I get that. We ain't gonna be naive to the fact. But it is kind of weird though that he wanted to go ahead and let that be known, because, you know, there has been rumors of the power grid being attacked, things of that sort. So for him to come out and make that statement, you know, he wanted to make sure he clarified that right out the dump. So that was the FBI. I think he said, now who we going to? The Coast Guard? Who we say? Let's see.
Good morning. The Coast Guard is still actively searching at this time. We are using response boat crews from 2 of our local Coast Guard stations. One of our work with our local, state, and federal partners during this tragedy. Thank you.
Governor, you say at this point, is all traffic in and out of the harbor stopped at this point?
Governor, as far as you are aware, was the collapse of that bridge inevitable as that ship hit that part of the bridge?
No, we're still in the process of investigating exactly what happened. So we don't have any further details about whether or not it was inevitable or not.
But no structural issue with the bridge?
No, there was. In fact, the bridge was actually fully up to code, so we have no further information about what happened during that time.
Governor, is all shipping in and out of the port now stopped completely? And do you have any estimate very early on as to how long it will be before shipping can resume to the port of Baltimore?
Yeah, we don't have any estimates on timeline because right now our exclusive focus is on saving lives. Our exclusive focus is on search and rescue.
Can you update those numbers, Governor? Could you give us a better sense for the number? Because we'd heard, I know Mr. Wiedefeld said 1 had been rescued, but earlier from Baltimore we heard that 2 had been rescued. Can you tell us the total numbers we're talking about that maybe that you're searching for, and how many have been rescued?
Well,
now you see, now he stopped and he deferred. He deferred the buddy coming up again.
There are 8 individuals. 6 are being searched for right now. 1 is was taken to the hospital, and 1 is not in the hospital that we're speaking to.
So 6 unaccounted for?
Yes.
And does that involve individuals that may have been in vehicles that went in the water? Or is that just the construction? No.
We believe it's a construction crew.
What about so we don't think there's anyone in vehicles in the water?
No, we do not believe so.
Okay, what's that question right here?
Okay, so let's break this down now. Okay, let's break this down. He just said 6 people unaccounted for. Okay, 6 people unaccounted for. So they say about 30-some thousand people go over this bridge a day. Seems pretty active. Now, I'm not sure if the normal route for this cargo ship goes under this bridge, because you know at this time it hit the actual structural column. It didn't go in the spaces in between. So I don't know if this was the normal route or not, right? But based off what they saying is that the crew had to have alerted that something was wrong. They lost power, whatever the case may be. You know, you got radios, you can signal real time. So at that point, what they're alleging is the bridge had been cleared, meaning the police had enough time to stop off both sides, keep traffic from going on. But what they're saying is a construction crew is who they believe was on the bridge when it collapsed. Now, the only part that's weird about that is they're saying that okay, so let's play some more. I saved my synopsis for the end, but let's play some more.
Take this question here.
Governor, 2 questions. How quickly did you find out about
Okay, so right here, listen to this carefully.
what happened here, and what was your reaction when you heard the scale of what just occurred in that bridge over?
well, I mean, I think it was probably within minutes of everything, less than an hour, when I know that my phone first rang. And, you know, first from the mayor of Baltimore and also from our chief of staff. And it was, we know the Key Bridge. I've ridden over the Key Bridge countless times. So many of us know the Key Bridge because it is our normal commute. This is a place that is a normal commute route for over 30,000 Marylanders every single day. And
so now here he go. You know, we always the political cats, they just sound so corny and scripted, man. But let's get to the facts of the matter, which was the crew alerted and let people know we got an emergency. At that time, the public responders shut off the bridge from both sides. So they're saying that there were no civilians, no bystanders on the bridge in their vehicles just normally crossing by because they had an alert to close the bridge off. That part makes sense because like I told y'all, ships definitely have a way to communicate and let the port know, hey, look, something's not right. We got an issue. And they would have enough time, because they're saying that from what they know right now, it was a type of mechanical malfunction. It caused them to lose control. This is why they collapsed into the structure of the bridge. So they would realistically, if that's the truth, have enough time to alert people to let them know, hey, we need some assistance, cart off the bridge, make sure nobody can cross, right? Cool, I can believe that. Now, the problem is that construction crew. So the police shut off the bridge. They could see the ship and how close it was, so they would know if they have enough time to come on the bridge, let the crew know, hey, y'all get out of here too. Why not? Or the crew themselves could see the ship coming and know something's not right in enough time to be able to use the cars that they drove on the bridge with to get out of there. Now, we just going off of what they said. Obviously, it's very early, but from the video, right, the initial video that came out overnight, it did look like there weren't any cars on there. It did look empty. I'll give them that. But this was the same video that we've all seen. So and being that it was super late at night, it's the perfect time. So who knows? We've had very strange things happen in this country. You know, some allege that it was an inside job. Some allege it was terrorist attack. You know, these days it's so hard to tell, because think about the power of technology and the power of media. Boy, they can doctor up and, you know, put all kind of narratives. Now, obviously, we got people really in Baltimore. We know when something actually physically happens, but that doesn't mean we know the true story about how that came to be. You get what I'm saying? So this is why we here. Put the news out. People out there in Baltimore, man, I hope everybody good out there. I know this may affect a lot of y'all commute. You know, we wishing y'all the best, but y'all can tap in and let us know what's really going on, boots on the ground. You know what I mean? Let's have a conversation about this. And you already know the Diddy conversation is going to keep going, because we're going to sit here and keep reporting, and we're going to talk about how we steadily showing his position being diminished. You already seeing him losing stuff with his liquor. He ain't popping no more, so they don't need him. He gonna take the fall for these entertainers. You watch what I tell you now with this sex trafficking. They did hit Oprah with this. Remember all them names they was alleging that was involved? Well, if I ain't mistaken, Diddy one of the only ones where his houses was actually getting raided behind this, and they actually said that it's involving sex trafficking. So we gotta stay tuned to that, because I feel like a lot of truth gonna come out of that in other aspects. But you know, like always, I had to double back and come through with this because of the breaking news, right? But your homeboy, I'm out of here till next time. Like always, keep it positive, keep it pushing. Till next time, y'all. Peace.
This is all the love I had. I can't get it back, I won't get it back, Gave all the love I had. My motherfucking free nigga. I can't get it back, I won't get it back, This is all the love I had.